Hello, Billion Beri here. I'm Tasha.
I'm Mike.
And we are going to get into episode 1096. Hopefully we will get some deep lore dropped on us this episode.
Juicy info. Juicy info.
Let's go.
Let's get in it. A theory. Does seem a little far-fetched.
かつて考古学に命を懸けた男がその王国をあぶり出し、それはある場所で発見された機械が製造された年代と合致する。
Does Robin know?
その機械は空白の100年に作られたものなの？
君はどこまで知ってる？
ロビン、何か知ってるの？
君の故郷オハラは海軍のバスター
She's like, I know.
開発した。
I was there. I was kind of there. Derishi.
私はオハラがその王国の存在に気づいてしまったことが原因だと思ってる。空白の100年とはかつて存在した高度文明のある王国と20の王国の戦いの歴史。戦いに勝った20の王国はその後世界政府を発足し、今の世界を作った。
Aha.
ある王国の思想を誰にも継がせないため、歴史からその全てを消し去った。
それでオハラがバスターコール食らったってことは、もしかして
Yeah.
それ知ったやつは
What are you doing to us?
ああ、消される。
I never asked for this.
おい
What is this face? Jeez.
オハラがもしこの仮説で消されてたとしたら、それはもう政府が事実と認めたようなものじゃないか。
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd say
ベガ
so.
パンク、あなたはどの立場から話をしてるの？
政府に所属しようが、私でも口にすれば消される。
だったらどうやって王国のことを調べたの？
オハラの意志は生きている。
Indeed, you're looking at
あ
her.
の日、世界は騒然としていた。世界一の知識を誇る学問の島、オハラが一夜にしてたった一人の少女を残し、
Did they fish the books out of the lake?
Right?
過去は全ての人類のものじゃ。語られぬ歴史を知りたいと思う気持ちを止める権利は誰にもない。今はもう跡形もないが、文献の上に浮かび上がったのはある巨大な王国の姿と名乗る連合国の前に敗北を悟った彼らは。なるほど、大胆な仮説だな。
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Boy.
You don't get to say that.
No. The only people who don't want to know history are the ones who used it or obfuscated it to gain power and control.
Yep.
Because whatever inconvenient truth they're hiding will tear it all down in an instant if it got out.
Add it to the blacklist. I never want to hear that again.
私が足を踏み入れたオハラは目も当てられぬ惨状だった。全地の木すら焼き崩れ、全てが灰
What is that?
に
Is
な
that
った
hair?
と思えた。
Yeah.
しかし、さらに奥へと足を進めた私は驚きの光景を目の当たりにした。
What is this? Yep. The
All the books they
島の中
threw.
央
Lake of
にある
knowledge.
湖にオハラの勝利だ。
ロビン、オハラの学者ならよく知ってるはずよ。歴史は人の財産。
You will.
Yep.
わかるわ。生きてロビン！ちょっと！
You helmet fool! I'll kick you!
Oh, Hannah.
オハラは王国を暴いたわ。湖の文献は今どこに？
こんな奴らに遭遇したんだ。
Oh,
Oh, Revolutionary Army. So this is why Dragon is talking to Vegapunk. Aha! They go way back. He just wants to steer it.
He's like, docking!
よし、チョッパー。ロボといえば、あれだな。
Are they literally doing...
Docking.
Yeah. Nice.
Adorable.
ロマンというやつじゃ。
ここじゃねえのか？
背中の方かもしれないぞ。
そっか。じゃあ降りるか。
Gotta keep looking.
後ろは
It's crazy that the hopes of the world rest on a child. He's just a big kid. Oh, jeez.
Couple of puffballs.
Which is funny, knowing that they're both zone fruits now. Like, they've got similar transformations, and before the big reveal, I never would have really put together the guard point and his balloon, you know?
何か呼びかけたら反応するかも。
Oh, it's quite simple. If you want a friend, you speak the password.
動けロボ。
Robo.
いや、名前があるはず。それを呼ぶんだ。動け。ロボノス。動け。ロボマラ。
ビッグロボ。
ロボ太郎。
ミラクルロボ。
ロボエース。
ビクトリーロボ。
Victory! You don't know.
What was that? Kind of looked like Brooke.
助けてくれさ。
Oh,
助けてくれさ。
is this the actual Vegapunk?
途中に時空が歪んでしま
Oh, it is.
Oh,
あんなおっさんいたか。
warping.
なかったはずだぞ。
なんかよくわかんねえけど。
Yes, he
He's
clearly
like, help
said
me,
he does.
help me, help me! Do you need help, old man?
Luffy's like, interesting, I guess you'll die.
金やもんみたいなやつだな。
ありがとう。ボニーか。
Uh-oh.
大きくなったな。
Uh-oh.
ベガパンク。そのドンシューズにはホバー機能がついておる。そうじゃ。
Oh boy.
Bonnie's trying to be all serious, like, I finally met my nemesis, I will kill you, and they're like, hovering!
I love that they made him look like Einstein.
Yeah. Maybe special science group. Just goes to show how crazy One Piece is, or I guess how crazy Oda is. Like, how long ago was it that we saw that scene, saw that the books were being tossed in the lake, and then hundreds of episodes later we're like, oh, it's because the books were in the lake. Like, you retain that.
Yep.
Now,
that happened for a reason.
if you're watching our reactions from the start, you'll see that, you know, occasionally we forget things and
We do.
we miss little details like Kuzan joining Blackbeard and blah, blah, blah. But there's a lot of details like that you'll just remember from like 800 episodes ago. Just,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this thing happened.
That's where it gets fun when you rewatch it, because you catch more of those little tiny details as
Yeah.
you're watching, and it reminds you, and you're like, oh my god, now that I know this in the future, this makes sense to me now. I
Yeah.
thought this was nothing.
Great Scott!
So, Did his head shrink by taking pieces of it and putting it in all his different
Yeah, he probably
bodies?
that's probably why he's got like the apple head now, because he's got no, like he had to rip open his skull and like take parts of his gigantor cone head brain out and make it into multiple Vegapunks.
Maybe, didn't they say he was the man with the biggest brain?
Yeah.
So I
guess
guess
we
they
saw
meant
that first
literally.
Yeah. So that preview's interesting because Dragon was just Dragon, went to pay his respects to Ohara, saw Vegapunk there, and that's where they probably hatched a plan to overthrow the world government. And so Dragon went on to become the Revolutionary Army, or be the leader of that, because it said inspired to start a revolution or something like that.
Oh.
So it was not a thing yet until that moment. And so my guess is Vegapunk infiltrated from the inside to build technology or something that maybe will betray the Navy at some point. I don't know. I don't understand why he's building such powerful things like the Seraphim.
Yeah.
If the goal is to overthrow the world government.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's some kind of switch.
And why do that to Kuma? Like, of all things, like, Kuma was a friend to the Revolutionary Army. So why would you do something that would eradicate his personality entirely?
Yeah, there's got to be something else there. But I'm starting to wonder if the Seraphim are like a red hair or like a Trojan horse for the Navy, where like he's using, say, the Straw Hats or other pirates or
obviously the warlords
and all that to get them strong, get them on, make it look like they're an unstoppable force, and then all of a sudden they flip the script.
You flip the script on this shit.
And they attack the Navy instead of...
I mean, I wonder if there's any credence to the fact that the Seraphim, when Blackbeard attacked Boa, like, they were saying the Seraphim weren't listening.
Yeah.
Like, maybe that's a feature, not a bug.
That's a no feature.
Because, I mean, look at Jinbei. Shaka said, all right, that's enough, retreat. And he immediately shut down and listened to all the orders.
Now, I do think it's also... Because, like, didn't the person who was supposedly in charge of them get turned to stone or something? So that could be why also, but I don't know. It's like, maybe only one person can command a Seraphim, and it won't listen to anybody else or something.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Not sure.
Just seems like the duality of Vegapunk's loyalties seems like it's going to bite the Navy, not Dragon and the Revolutionary Army.
Yeah. I'm really curious for his explanation about Kuma.
Yeah.
To Bonnie. Because, like, he looked at Bonnie like, oh, hey, it's been forever since I saw you. Happy-go-lucky.
Yeah,
Yay.
he had not
like,
one shred of guilt towards what happened to Kuma, so...
Now, it could be he put so much of his brain in other bodies that now his real body is just dumb.
He's dumb.
But...
yeah, he's just like a happy-go-lucky grandpa now or something. But, I don't know. It leads me to believe that Kuma made the choice, not him.
Well...
And not for nefarious reasons, but for...
Yeah.
I don't know, like maybe he wanted to protect Bonnie from something, or...
Maybe.
I don't know why he would have to turn into a pacifista or whatever
yeah,
to
that's
do
what
that.
I don't get. Like, that seems a step too far.
Because his power seemed plenty strong. But... I don't know.
And I feel like they could have, like, done some kind of experiment on something else rather than taking away his humanity.
Yeah.
None of it adds up to me.
No.
But we'll see.
But that's part of the fun of this arc so far, is like getting little threads and having to speculate on it and not knowing how it all ties together yet.
Yeah.
It's kind of a nice web of...
This is, it's getting juicy.
It is getting juicy.
Juicy.
And poor Robin, just having to come to grips with, she wants to know this, but it also hurts to relive the past.
Yeah. I think my favorite moment of this episode was when she was crying and the other members got all pissed and started yelling at Vegapunk, and it made her kind of like smile and laugh and like stop crying.
Yeah.
Right? Because she remembered Saul's words about, you know, you're going to find friends that will protect you and stuff. And here she is, she's having to relive her past. And then all these goofy guys are like, hey, you knock it off. You're making her cry. You stop it. And she's just like, yep, I've found my family.
I don't know if you paid any attention to the little chibi section that you dislike so much, but I like. It showed the scene of Saul saying no one's meant to live alone. You'll find your people. Yeah. And then her little chibi version of her said, it's like he was a prophet.
Ah.
So, yeah, they were definitely hanging on to that thread all the way through, even to like little chibis at the end. But I am so happy because her mom said, live. And then she pretty much gave up her will to live. But then Luffy and gang helped her find that again. Her desire to live. And now she has purpose in this world. It's good to see.
Not only purpose, but
she feels loved.
She's going to be one of the most singularly important people to taking down the world government. I think.
On the plus side now, with all these books collected, she's not the only one that has that knowledge. In fact, she may not actually have all of that knowledge because as a little kid, she could only read so much, you know? She read a lot, but I don't think she read the whole library, and she didn't get, you know, a couple decades to read it all.
Yeah.
So Vegapunk, like, he probably knows more than her now thanks to all those books.
Well, it sounded like he didn't get to take the books.
Well, I think he was going to say he stashed them away with Dragon.
Right.
But that doesn't mean he didn't get to read them.
Maybe, yeah. But
like, he could have designed a device that read the things from afar. Like, somebody just puts a Dendemushi video in front of it and turns pages for him or something. Like, you never know.
Yeah. It'll be interesting, though, because, I mean, Vegapunk aside, like, even if the Revolutionary Army has all those books, there's no telling how many of those books are in, like, ancient languages that only Ohara folks would have known how to decipher and read.
Yeah.
So they could just be paperweights.
And Robin did get her archaeologist certificate. She learned the ancient languages. So.
見事満点じゃ。よってお前を今日から考古学者と認める。さあ、学者の証だ。受け取れ、ロビー。よかったな、ロビー。
おめでとう。
That's pretty cool. I do worry though, like, if they now know where the Revolutionary Army HQ is, didn't they... Yeah, they attacked it already. And that's why they're on Okama Island. I forget the name of it. But where Ivankov is from.
Isn't it called Newkama Island or something like that?
I think it's... Newkama was Impel Down. So I think it's Okama. But
yeah, maybe. I don't remember.
I think it has a name, and I just don't remember it because I never remember things. But, yeah, so I think they're all hiding out there now because they found the Revolutionary Army HQ island and they already attacked it. I wonder, though, if, to my original thing I was going to say, I wonder if they had the books there.
Probably, but I doubt they would have left without them.
Well, if it got attacked, what if it got blown up? Burnt, you know? Maybe. There are things books cannot withstand.
Something tells me they would have had them under strict lock and key, because if the Vegapunk and Dragon meeting on Ohara is what triggered Dragon to start the Revolutionary Army, those will be like the most sacred things to that army, most likely.
Yeah.
Like, we have to keep these texts in the utmost care for those who can come along and, like, you know, learn the information from them. Like, we're not those people. We are the stewards of this information, though, so that someday someone will come along and know what to do with it, or something.
I just had another thought. So, if Dragon did this, like, does Garp know? Because Dragon is Garp's son. And I kind of wonder, like, Garp wasn't an idiot, and Garp was friendly with Roger, even though they were on opposite sides. They were like the OG Kobe and Luffy. And it's interesting to me, like, I have to wonder if Garp knows anything about this. And just thinks, you know, more to the Navy's thinking of protecting the world order, or if he doesn't have any idea about it and just thinks his son has gone crazy for no reason.
Yeah.
But I have to imagine Dragon would have told his dad about it. Like, because surely Garp had a moment with Dragon. Why are you doing this? Why are you opposing the Navy? I'm in the Navy. This is the world government. We keep order. We protect people. And then Dragon says what? Like, he's got to say something.
Well, something tells me there's more to Garp, too. Because
I would think so.
He seems to be just wanting to maintain justice and order by eradicating the evil of the world, and most of the time that's pirates.
Pirate.
In his mind.
Well, there's a lot of bad pirates.
Right.
Luffy and Shanks are two exceptions as to pirates that don't seem to actually cause a lot of trouble and are friendly and, you know.
Yeah, but Garp doesn't really follow the upper leadership mandates.
Not to a T,
He stayed like down at this level, right, so that he can kind of skirt the rules a little bit and use his own brand of justice. And I think a lot of the reason he does that is because while he is in the Marines and he does believe that justice and order are good things, he also realizes that the world government and the upper Marine leadership is part of the problem. Because he can't follow those rules.
Yeah.
So he kind of lives like in this weird world, I think, where he's like the most idealist person, but he's also not blind to the corruption of his own side.
Yeah.
So he probably looks at what Dragon's doing and says, hey, you know what? I don't really agree with it, but you got to follow what you feel is your justice.
You know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Maybe.
And the same reason he like gives Luffy a hard time, but he doesn't necessarily like force him to stop being a pirate.
Yeah. Because Garp, at least early on, could have done a lot more to keep Luffy from being a pirate.
Yeah.
But I think he recognized that that's what was in Luffy's heart.
Yeah. And I know it's the live action, so it's not like the manga or anything, but you know, if Oda signed off on it, then there's got to be shredded truth to it.
Yeah.
The Garp in the live action said, you know, it's not following the rules that make you a good Marine, it's following your code.
That's right.
And so if Dragon's code is, I believe this to be true, and Luffy's code is, I believe this to be true, even if it goes against what Garp feels, he is letting them be free to pursue that. And wherever it ends up is wherever it ends up, is my thought.
Still want to know why Luffy ended up with Garp instead of Dragon, who Luffy's mom is, and why Dragon never went to find Luffy and visit him or anything. Like,
Well, I mean, it's probably because he met
protect him, sure.
He met Vegapunk on this island, said, "You know what? We got to do something about this. I'm gonna start a revolution."
We want revolution.
And it's far too dangerous to have a kid around for that. They can use him as leverage. He'll always be in danger.
So he probably dropped Luffy on Garp's doorstep.
Yeah, and said,
But
"Hey,
where's
look."
Luffy's mom?
Yeah, like bring him up on the side of protection, and one day he'll make his own choices and such. But yeah, I just think Dragon probably had to Dragon probably had to sacrifice everything in his life to start this because anything that could be used against him
would be
used against him. And so he had to just basically take on this whole new persona and drop everything. He was basically like Men in Black.
You are a rumor. You don't exist. You were never even born.
Yeah.
And that is you for now on.
Well, this episode has really brought up a lot of questions.
Yeah. Well,
so we could go on and on and on, but we shouldn't.
Right. Because this one seems like the appetizer. Next week seems to be the one where it's like going to be just like a
we get to know some things.
Bombs. So looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For now though, we will
Zip it good.
Zip it, and get this wrapped up so that we can get it out to you.
Yep.
Please hit the like button. We love like buttons. Please, 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 please subscribe. We want you to come back for every video. Yep. And leave us some comments. You guys are awesome. We're reading every one of them. We're loving your comments. You're reminding us of things we've forgotten. Appreciate that. Yep. And love you all. You have not given any manga spoilers. You rock.
Yeah, that is a good feat.
Yeah, I was expecting someone to be like, ha ha ha, I'll get you.
I mean, we're a tiny little channel, so we don't get a lot of comments just yet. But the comments we have had have not been spoilery, so that's awesome.
You guys
and
are
also,
awesome.
there's just an extra little bright spot in my day when somebody comments on a specific like reference or something that I make in one of the videos that I've edited in. It's a lot of work to put all that stuff together, so it's fun when somebody appreciates it. Or like I always have to like explain my references to her because I'm just like an encyclopedia of like stupid references. Not all of them, but like the more obscure ones. The more obscure ones where you're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm like, huh?
What are you talking about, man?
So when I put one of those into the video and she's like, I mean, who's going to understand that? I'm like, I don't know. There's going to be that one person. That one person is going to understand and they're going to comment on it and they're going to be like, whoa, I can't believe you did that. And then it happens and I'm like, yes, all right, mission accomplished. It feels good. Feels good. Somebody understands me.
So keep coming back. Keep commenting. We love you guys. Hopefully we will get ourselves up to 500 subs soon. We're almost halfway there. We've got a ways to go, but with your help, we will get there. And for now, we will say bye, guys.
See you later.